Hi, I'm Essie.
And I'm Elle.
Welcome back to Magic and Mayhem.
Hello to everyone.
Beautiful. Leaving that as the intro.
No,
But
you threaten me every single time.
But it's funny, and sometimes I do it.
Yeah, I know. You're evil.
I know. You don't own the rights to evil.
Yes, I do. It's patented. Patent pending.
Well, it doesn't count yet then.
Rude. Yeah, rude ass hoe.
I know.
Also, the other rude ass hoe.
So there's two of them. There's a rude asshole chewing a bone over there, and the rude asshole who's purring and meowing. So if you can hear either of those, sorry. Anyway, this is supposed to be like a weekly vlog thing. However, it's the last day of February.
And we have forgotten to do it weekly.
Yeah. In February, work-wise, not a good month.
No, everything's been terrible.
Well, that too. Everything's terrible. But we're still going to talk about what we read that we want to talk about. And you have a currently reading. I don't have a currently reading.
I have a long currently reading.
I think I
None
finished.
whatsoever, huh?
I don't. Zero current reads.
Well,
I finished everything, I think.
I haven't.
Or paused it. There's a couple
yes.
I paused. Because I was like, I'm not finishing these right now. So
Yeah, that's fair enough.
do you want to start with past reads? And then
Past? Like last month?
No. Like what we've already read, that's what I mean.
Well that's like considering this is the end of February, that's a lot.
Everything yeah, everything ever.
All of the month. Yep.
I just said it. Story Guy says I've read 880 books or whatever.
That's excessive.
It'd be a lot to talk about. I'd rather not. Well, we can also say how many books we've read that month. If you want to.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2.
You're like, I'm just gonna count. Can't you just say from the go to the month and it tells you?
Oh, probably.
I love you. Although I will say, average time for me to finish a book this month, 4 days.
Nice.
For once, it's not one. I feel very proud of myself.
12.
Oh, okay. That's higher than I thought. Because you kept saying you're not reading anything.
I wasn't.
So, I read 14. No, 16.
14.
You're
stuck on 4. You're stuck on 14.
14 is a thing for me. I don't know. 16. I've read
16. Nice. Overachiever.
Hey, that's low compared to last year.
I know. Mine. I'm.
Yours is like really low compared to last year.
Yes. Like I think last year I probably in February at least read like 20. I'm sure.
Yeah, probably. I could actually.
But I didn't.
Actually tell you how many.
I'm behaving this year because I'm forced to. Because I will not suffer a penalty.
Hey, I'm not suffering a penalty
not yet.
either. Okay, so February last year, I read 23, so it is down.
Nice.
Same number of pages though.
That's funny.
Hilarious. It tells you I read longer things this month.
One of the and it's not really my favorite, but it was the favorite of the beginning of February.
I'm not doing favorites, just whatever you want to talk about.
I know, but that's what I'm looking at. So
no,
I'm looking at the beginning of February 4. Nightmare Before Christmas. It was so funny.
I love that we have completely opposite takes on that book.
Yes. I was laughing and cackling through most of the book.
Which is good. That's a good thing.
And I believe some of the things that I enjoyed, such as the disaster that was the main character. I liked that form of disaster, and you could not stand that form of disaster.
I was not a fan, no. It could have been my mood, though, too.
Maybe. But I found it highly entertaining. Highly entertaining. Also, I mean, it doesn't hurt anything at all that I happen to be a fan of Halloween.
True.
And there was a lot of Halloween themes in here, and I was just like, that is my vibe.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm living for it. And I did live for it.
I'm so happy you liked it. Because then I could pawn my copy off on you.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
here, enjoy.
But Cole was a disaster
Yes.
at all times.
Literally
And
can't make a good decision to save
no,
his life.
not one single time.
Drove me crazy.
And I found it highly entertaining.
I think that's what it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be entertaining. But I was like, I won't kill it.
I read it and enjoyed it. You didn't.
I didn't read it or
You
enjoy it. I
you
mean, I
read
did.
some of it.
I DNF'd it though. Yeah. So I read Candy Hearts Volume 2, which is
Oh yeah, I remember you reading
a
that.
charity anthology. So this is part of the reason why my days is so long, because I think this took me 2 solid weeks to read, because it's almost 1,600 pages.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a very long time. In the beginning, I wasn't so sure, but I actually did end up really enjoying a lot of the stories, and I believe it's still available. So it is ebook only, but I believe it's still available. It had some of my favorite.
It's probably lucky that it's only ebook, considering
Yeah, 15.
how large and in charge that book would
They
be.
may be bigger than most of the Stormlight archives, which are gigantic books. So anyway, that might be why it's only an ebook. Um, but it does have some of my favorite authors in it, so I wanted to read it, and for the most part, really enjoyed myself. It's an anthology, because it's not going to be like 5 stars for every single one,
Yeah.
but a lot of them were 5 stars. So
I think that's why anthologies exist, though.
yeah,
Because you can try all kinds of things.
yeah, you can try lots of different authors, and what everyone considers a 5 star is going to be different. Like
Mm-hmm.
the ones I loved, you'd probably hate,
Probably, yeah.
and the ones I hate, you might enjoy. I don't know. Clearly, because you like the Nightmare Before Christmas, and I
Yes.
did not at all.
We had very, we are absolutely always either the completely same opinion of something
or very
or
different.
entirely the exact opposite.
I don't know. Well, often things like The Hobbit. Well, I guess they're kind. You love it more than I do, but I still love it, so I guess it's kind of the same.
That's true. We do have very, if we both like it, we vary in our degree of love.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's any book that we're both like top book of all time, most wonderful. I don't think there's anything we.
No, 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 no.
Hmm?
City of Nightmares.
Oh, that's true. That's true. City Nightmares, Cage of Dreams. I think that might be the only ones though.
I think we might like Howl's Moving Castle about the same too.
You like it more than I do.
Do I? Oh well, such is life.
Yeah. Just real quick, I want to mention briefly. I did get my nonfiction of the month in as well. I read Flamboyance, which is about the queer Harlem Renaissance. But go read it. I'm not gonna tell you about it. You need to go read it. So there.
I like you're so there.
I might cut this so there.
No, it's
It's there now.
I read obviously some things for Colorthon, like
Oh yeah.
Winter's Morn and Dead Winter, both mysteries. I like them roughly about the same. And then I read and also purchased.
True.
I purchased it before I read it, but that was my confidence level of how much I would like. They both die at the end. And I purchased it.
You did.
And
I was very surprised.
I know. But I had full faith that I was going to like that book. And I did.
You're right, yeah. I do love the cover.
I know, it's so cool.
I was sad that I didn't want to read the book because I love the cover.
Yeah, well, it happens, right?
I'm glad you liked it though, considering you did buy it.
Yeah. And it's got pretty in pages and stuff. Obviously, I had to buy it. Read it immediately after buying.
Which you rarely do, which is nice.
I know, I don't do it that often.
Surprising.
I feel like this is self explanatory, but it's sad, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sad and dark.
They both die at the end.
They're not lying.
That's exactly what happens.
They're not lying about it. It's sad. go into the book aware of this sad and kind of dark
which is why
because
I
they're
won't read it.
dying and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I won't read it. Okay, so speaking of Polarthon, so I read several things for Polarthon. I read Snow Boys by Simon Doyle, and then A Queer and Cozy Winter. Some of the stories I did skim, but I'm counting it. And then Whiteout. Those were all
Yay.
Polarthon kind of right in a row. And Snow Boys really good, really sad, really traumatic. Did not realize that going in. Thought it was gonna be cute and fluffy. No, not cute and fluffy. Check your trigger warnings. Queer and Cozy Winter was an anthology, and then Whiteout is also an anthology. It's the second one to Blackout, and I freaking adored it. I also adored Blackout, so I assumed I was gonna like Whiteout. I did. I loved it. Maybe even more than Blackout.
And then I read Rage of Dragons. This one's also dark.
Shocking.
I feel like whenever I recommend anything,
It's dark.
it's probably like 9 times out of 10. Just assume it will be dark and there will probably be death and violence.
Mm-hmm.
Just go in with that assumption and you'll
Almost
probably be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, of course, has dragons in it, which very large point towards its favor.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good. Liked it. I was a bit upset
Really?
to discover it isn't a standalone.
I thought I told you it wasn't.
I mean, I found out after I'd already started it.
Oh.
But then it's too late.
Mm.
I was like, oh, it's a standalone. No.
Mm-mm.
I was like, oh, damn it.
I always point out the second one too in half price because they always have the second one. I don't know why. Never the first one.
I
Always
don't
the second
know.
one.
I think I didn't make the connection in my brain between
Mm.
what book that was. I think I just was like, oh, cool. Dragon book. Awesome. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Anyway.
Exactly. Sometimes I do that.
Yes, very sad. Anyway.
Exactly. That's me.
Mm-mm.
That's me about everything. I lied. I've read 13 books in the month.
I'll just leave that in and we're not going back.
No, I know.
So then I read a graphic novel called Wash Day Diaries. This was I had no idea what it was about going in, other than I was assuming Wash Day. But it was very, very good. It was largely about like this friendship group, like in what each person was going through, like in that time, and gives you like a little snippet of their life. My only complaint is I wanted more. They
It was a
didn't.
bit short.
It didn't give me enough of like well, not each person and their story, and then also more of them together. I wanted more of all of it. I was like, wait, but that's the end. That's all I get.
Exactly, Samuel.
Exactly, Sam. Exactly. So that's my only complaint because they were. I really loved the friend group. They were so cute together, and I wanted to spend more time with them. And my time ended, and I was sad. And I immediately checked to see if there's more, and there's not.
And I read The Marvelers.
Mm-hmm.
This one is surprisingly not that dark because it's middle grade. But I
Oh.
still think it was good. It was very cute. It does have uh, similar vibes to Amari. I wouldn't read them very close together. That's my only thing I would say. They're not at all the same story, but they have very similar vibes. Or if you are desperate, you've already read Amari, you're desperate for more, then skip right over and start Marvelers. But it was super cute. Well, okay, cute. I mean, it's still kind of sad.
Of
Like,
course it is. Otherwise, you wouldn't like it.
bad stuff happens, but it's middle grade, so they're fine. It's not that bad.
Why do I not believe you?
I don't know. My perception of what's bad is slightly skewed.
I'm looking at the content where it's like, yeah, that's not that bad. Okay.
Okay, you know, check I guess whatever I suggest to you, you probably should
You probably should.
You should check first.
Oh, was that it? Okay. I didn't realize you were done. Then I read The Summer of Everything by Julian Winters because that was on my list. I wanted to try his like a book from him this month, and that was the one I could get from the library. So that's what we went with, and it was really cute and also really frustrating and really sad at times. Not all the time though. There's just little points that were sad. But because I mean, obviously they're teenagers. They make dumb decisions sometimes. It's a thing, but it was very, very realistic in that regard. And the rep was really good too. There was lots of different rep in it, and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I am already planning to pick up more from this author, and I'm planning to buy a physical copy of this book. I checked it out from the library, but
and then I read Role Playing.
Yay!
Yay! I'm not going to talk about it. That's for a different video.
Weird. I also noticed you haven't rated it yet.
I know. I'm doing that on purpose.
Hard.
Because you want to know. Therefore, I'm not going to tell you until we do the video.
You're so mean.
I know.
Because I haven't even started the books for that video. And I don't want to.
For your information.
She started furring myself.
The video is where we force each other to read books that we have liked.
Yes. In genres we wouldn't typically read.
Yes. So obviously the one that I was reading from was the romance genre.
Yes, because you never read romance. Or very rarely.
I sometimes do.
You've made more of an effort lately to read some romance.
I know. I'm glad you noticed.
I did. You've actually read 2 whole romance books this month.
I know, all on my own.
I know, it's really weird. I don't know who you are anymore.
I don't know who you are.
It reminds me, when we go to the library, I have a horror book I want to pick up.
That's what I'm trying to get you to read. Is thriller/horror.
I know, but you haven't read this one.
Oh.
But I want to read it. So anyway.
Who are you?
I know, right? It's weird.
We suddenly flip. Next time you see us, we'll be
she'll be reading all the like happy, like lighthearted stuff, and I'll be reading all the like dark, sad. No, I'm not doing that.
You're like, no, even in an illusion, that's not gonna work.
The amount of don't want was really, really strong. Tell me, and you won't tell me what you think. Fine, whatever.
So sad for you.
I'll throw a book at you. Oh, even better, I have a spray bottle.
No.
It'll melt.
I'll melt.
Ignore my dog's chewing. Anyway, the next one was Later Mo, which is a comic that was on Webtoons. It's now being released in paperbacks, and I got the first one. Which, side note, the mail service kept it from me for like 3 weeks.
They did. I remember those.
It stayed just in one city, and they wouldn't let me have it. And I was like, where's my book?
You were telling me how it just bounced back and forth.
Yeah.
For days and days and days.
Arriving to the city, leaving the city, arriving to the city, leaving the city. But it's the same city every time. And I'm like, what is happening? Are we having a war in the city between...
I think there must have been a war that we were not aware of between clerks or something.
Must have been. But I finally got it. Read it the day I got it. It is my new obsession. It is my new hyper-focus.
I remember this too.
Yep. I immediately went on Webtoons to continue reading because they're further on Webtoons, obviously.
Of course.
Because the second one is not out until, I think, October? Oh. And I was like, I can't wait till October. I can't. I need to know what happens. I did only finish what's considered season 1 on Webtoons. I did stop because they were like only part way into season 2. I am obsessed with it. I love it so freaking much. I love the main characters. I love their friends. Their friends are a whole ass mood. Like, there's several things happening at once. It's not just following the main characters, which I do like. I just love them.
As you should, from the parts that you forcefully showed me.
I did. I didn't give you any spoilers.
No.
No spoilers, but and I loved the world because it's set in like magical France.
Nice.
And I just loved it. Amazing. Can't wait for more.
And then once again, you have me.
It was dark.
With Blood Trials.
Yep.
Number 1 of the duology. Dark, obviously. This one's really good though. It's very okay, it's not fun. I mean, fun as in
you enjoyed reading it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not fun as in haha.
More funny.
Yes. It's not particularly funny. There's lots of people dying. Obviously.
Which can be haha.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's not always.
If they're the right people, yes, it's very hilarious. But otherwise, I mean, I can't give away too much. There's so many plot points, so obviously can't talk about it much. But there's lots and lots of death and like tests of magic
and trials.
And well, I was trying to say that without saying trials. They're tests of magic, okay?
Oh yeah.
Just kidding. I mean, no, they are, but
yeah,
it's like X-Men, Hunger Games, Squid Games.
Okay.
It's close enough. That's as close as I can get you. And I'm definitely going to read the second one. Haven't yet though.
Then I read one of my Rainbow Crate books. I read Of Love in Libraries. It was one from this month. And I wanted to read it immediately, so I did. I don't know. This is very cute. It's about two women in their 70s. How about that? One's a librarian, one's a like wildlife photographer. And they were like super close best friends. And then something happened, one of them ran away and stayed away for 50 years. So anyway, so they hadn't seen each other or talked anything in 50 years. And then the photographer has to come back because her mom passes away. But she's not close to it all. So she comes back for the funeral, and then the librarian, she is trying to save her library because it is at risk of being shut down due to funding. If they can't come up with the funds by the end of the month, they're gonna shut down the library. Obviously she doesn't want that. She's the head librarian. And so she feels like, and she's worked there like her whole life, so she feels like personally responsible for this library. And that's kind of what it's about, and them seeing each other after 50 years. And so yeah, that's all you get to know. It is very cute, very sweet. I have a couple like little tiny nitpicky things, but I realize they are a me problem probably.
And then I had yet again mood of me. Immortal Dark.
Of course.
Yeah, this one is vampires. And guess what? Guess what? I also didn't know it was a trilogy.
It's under the
I didn't look at that.
I love you.
I got to the end and I was like, oh, this isn't a standalone.
No.
I mean, it doesn't drop you off a cliff or anything. It's kinder than that with the end of this book, but you definitely are not done, and you can most certainly tell in the end of this book. More. And I foretold that upon the last sentence, and I was like, ah,
it's been foretold.
Ah. But this one is dark academia type with vampires, or they call them Draenics. And I highly enjoyed it, even if I was unprepared for it to be a trilogy.
At least you know now it's a trilogy.
Yes.
So you won't be expecting the second one to wrap it up either.
Yes, that would have been me. I'd be like, all right, it's a duology.
No.
No. And I'd have gotten to the second one and been like, not a duology. No. As ever, that is also a theme with me.
Yes, it is. You're like, duology. Oh, it's not.
But I definitely enjoyed it, liked it, loved it,
Okay, and my last one I'm going to talk about is The Silver Arrow. Someone is very excited. I finally read it.
I am.
Usually it's the other way around. You're saying the book, and I'm like, yay! And then we're backwards this time. I actually just read this today. I finished it about an hour and a half ago. And it was so freaking cute. It is a very fast read. Very, very fast read.
Exceedingly, yeah.
But it is so freaking cute. Although, of course, Love Grossman still has to make you sad. In parts.
It's his trademark move.
I know. I was like, dang it, I thought I got away from it with this middle grade. No. It's still gonna be a little bit sad in parts, but
it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. No.
Even by your standards.
So I had a great time. I really loved it. So I'm very excited for Golden Swift, I think is the second one.
Mm-hmm.
It was very cute, very sweet. It follows a 11-year-old girl who asks her rich uncle for a birthday present that she's never met, I don't think, or knows really
Not
much
really.
about. And
they're estranged.
So he gives her a train, an actual train. Yeah. So
life-sized, real,
like
train.
real steam train. So, and it kind of goes from there, and I had no idea what to expect going in.
To be honest, neither did I.
Genuinely, and that's not what I thought could have been possibly what was going on until it like started happening. But I loved it. I loved it. It was a great time. So we do agree on that one, actually.
Yes.
That's up there with some of my favorite middle grades. So
it's super
do
cute.
not bite this. I will bite you.
And I also just read this like an hour ago. Or well, finished it, whatever.
Yay!
Not as quick of a read as yours, but no. I think I don't remember how long it took me. Whatever. Irrelevant. But and yet again, are we shocked by this title? Blood Debts.
Yes.
Just finished it. It was very good. Although, are we also surprised? I thought it was a standalone.
I told you on that one too. I swear I told you that it wasn't.
Probably you did. I'm sure you probably did.
I swear I tried to warn you.
But yes, once again, I was taken aback by the fact that there's more to the story.
Oh, love.
This is another difference between us. You know how many books there are coming
usually,
in, and I don't.
Unless they're still coming out, yeah.
True. But I am just like, ooh, that's cool. I'll read that. And then I become surprised when it is not a standalone or not a duology.
I
know. But
I love you.
It's fantastic. And also the cover for what it actually is perfect. I can tell you no more, but it's perfect. Vibes 10 out of 10.
That's a beautiful cover too.
It's a beautiful cover, yeah. And really cool story. Revenge, redemption, blood debts. And I enjoyed the way it wrapped up, even though it didn't wrap up all the way. It is, yet again, dark. There is people dying and things, and definitely check your triggers before you read it.
I will not be reading it.
I know. I did think that while reading it, I was like, I'm not so sure. Because I think you had at one point considered reading it.
I had, yeah.
But I was gonna tell you probably not.
Yeah. Although I do think it's hilarious you did not know that there was a second one. You put the second one in our slide.
I forgot. By the time I got around to reading it versus when I made the slide, I didn't remember anymore.
You're ridiculous and I love you.
I know. Okay, currently reading.
Yes. Currently reading and go.
Oh, is it only me?
Yeah, I don't have any, remember?
No.
Although we could.
Okay, currently reading and huzzah. I'm reading the complete Sherlock Holmes collection. I don't know what page I'm on. I don't know. But, I'm on a page. That's a long way into it.
Mm. Yeah. Like 800 pages or something?
Yep. And I haven't actually started, but I'm about to start Imogen, obviously. Um, and then I'll be all set for our video. And then I'm reading the Sunbearer Trials
Oh, yay.
and Gear Breakers. I'm on like page 1 of Elite Connections.
Oh, yeah, I'm reading that too, actually.
I know.
Well, it's on pause.
Okay, so that's our February. You are Cosmic Chaos.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Magic and Mayhem. All right, bye.